Greetings, fellow traders. Bubble here. It's time for the daily market wrap for Friday, November the 6th, 2020. I hope everybody had a great trading day today and a great trading week. This is brought to you by Positive Trends Research, and everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome. Good. All right, let's check and see where we left off with the market here today and this week. So quite a week this week with an election going on and maybe still going on. Double inside month so far, but green and at the upper Bollinger Band on the monthly chart. Weekly chart, what a move! Remember, we just started out with that little inside week, and then it kind of grew, and then boom, this thing just pushed over the prior resistance levels like it wasn't even there. So really interesting stuff. So a couple of things that we're looking at here this week is there's a couple scenarios that we're seeing right now. So the first is this, right? We obviously had a huge impulsive move up from the Corona crash. So however you want to count this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly a wave 1, 1, 2, 3, and then we're more than likely in a larger wave 4 right now. Clearly, we've finished an ABC move. Now, the real question is this: is it going to be an ABC, D, E, and make a triangle? And let me show you the argument for this. If you go here to the daily chart, there's your triangle. Right? And remember, triangles only occur in wave B or wave 4. So if this is indeed a wave 4, we might still be looking at A, B, C, D, E before this thing's ready to go for a wave 5. And that could make sense, right? With maybe more election disputes, things like that. That could take us into the end of November, right? And then we'll see if a new year gets this things going again. So that's one of the scenarios, right? The other scenario is that just like this, just like what we saw right here. So ABC is done. Wave 4 is over with this wave C move, and we just saw a huge impulsive move up this week. So we'll be talking about this more in the Elliott Wave show this weekend, but we might be looking at a wave 2 pullback, right? So we didn't quite break out any farther today. We do have a little pause today, so it could still keep going, and this impulsive move might not be done yet. But if this wave 1 is done, we would expect a wave 2. Now, wave 2 is usually the sharper pullback, right? So now it could bounce off of a 236 or a 382, so we're definitely going to watch the 382, which is corresponding with the prior resistance levels here. But if it breaks down below there, we'll see how it holds the golden zone in here between the 618 and the 786. I drew it here because we have an open gap right there. Right, so that could be an interesting gap fill right there, and then that's wave 2, and then we'd see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up for wave 3, right? Subwave 3, right? 4, and then 5, and then we keep going. So we'll see how it goes there. We have the triangle scenario because this is triangulating, and we also have the bear scenario. What's the bear scenario? Well, maybe this is wave 1. This is ABC wave 2, right? And we will look for a larger wave 3 down. So that's a possibility as well. So there's a couple different scenarios here. We want to wait for some confirmation. We do know that this is impulsive. So now we just want to see how it holds, right? And how it acts around the 382 and the 618, the golden zone area, and then where we go from there. Again, if it breaks down below the 618, then of course we've got the bottom of the triangle. It has to hold there. If we break down below the triangle, we're still in a trend box, right? From the macro upper trend line right here. So if we break down below this trend box with some volume, then we're looking at the possible 382 pullback right here on the market. We'll see how the 200-day holds, but that could get into a really bearish scenario. We might be looking at a larger wave 3 down. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, something to think about over the weekend. We're going to be analyzing it in the newsletter. So if you're not in the group, definitely check out the newsletter. We go through a lot of these scenarios. We go through the different. We go through the Dow. We go through the Nasdaq, and it really preps everybody for the week. And of course, during the week, and even on the weekend, we have our Discord where we talk and talk trading, things like that. With a lot of different channels too, from Elliott Wave to Harmonics to news and options flow, things like that. So it's good stuff there. So SPY ended up just kind of giving a little bit of a spinning top right here, kind of lower volume over the last 3 days. So just kind of calming down a little bit on a Friday. The ES. Again, gave us some interesting opportunities today. It was not easy, right? The zones were really tight today, right? We had the job numbers where we broke out of this geometric level pre-market, and it already rejected the signal zone. And then it worked its way down pre-market, right? And then we opened and just kind of got this little bit of a move right here. We traded this short here in this range, like from here, from this signal zone, the breakdown here, to the gap fill, right? So this is this line right here represents the prior gap fill. It also represents the 15 orb high. Then we bounced off of that, again, through some tight ranges right here, right, where we finally got to the next signal zone up. And then from there, it was a quick flush, right? Retested the triangle, and then we just chopped around for a lot today, with a couple little breakdowns, right? And this was kind of the epic reversal at the end of the day, that end of the day shenanigans, right? So we did get a nice push up right here, pushed through the zone, and they tried to get up to the signal zone here and couldn't do it before it flushed here after hours. So good stuff. So that's the ES. We'll see what that has in store for over the weekend. The MES, again, same stuff, guys. We're still contained by this channel here. So again, really, you can kind of activate a couple of these geometric lines right here and see how they hold. I don't want that to do. There we go. Activate that. There, right? We're kind of looking at this little triangle type thing. So, so we'll see how that goes going into Sunday. Let's take a look at the Qs. See how they behave today. So they were a little bit tricky, right? Big drop at the open, big dip buy on this one. Some of the ones that got some major follow through that we'll take a look at in a little bit, but the semiconductors, right? So we'll take a look at Nvidia in a little bit and show that behave. Let's take a look at the IWM. Again, struggled today, right? So it didn't help that the financials, that the banks were struggling today. So again, the fact that the banks perked up here at the end of the day was actually pretty nice for that end of the day rally. So right, as go the banks, so go the market. So definitely something to keep an eye on there. Let's take a look at Apple. Okay, so Apple, again, big dip buy on this one today. Amazing moves on Apple today, in fact. So pretty strong today, but low volume, ex-dividend. Right, it's holding the 50-day moving average. Let's see if that can continue to hold. If this is its wave 1 up, wave 2 maybe at the 236, but if it kind of pulls back here to the cloud in the 80 EMA, that might be a nice rally point for Apple. So Tesla. So Tesla might be gearing up for a move. We got an inside day today. Right, it's kind of a tricky day today on Tesla, but let's see how that inside day holds. Again, that might be give it enough compressed energy to try to push out of the triangle right here and get Tesla going again. So we'll see how that goes for Tesla. Again, strongest name of the day, one of them, Nvidia. This thing's been strong, really strong recently. What I like about it is that it broke over the geometric channel right here with increased volume. So this thing could be working on an Epic's earnings run and possibly working its way up past all-time highs. So definitely keep that on the radar next week. Uber, decent candle day, inside day up. We traded this today in the group. We posted a nice trade, nice 60% trade on this one at the open for a nice move. Then it got choppy for the rest of the day. So, so that was a good one. So we pointed that on the live stream too. So a good one for members there. Snap with an epic day today too, guys. This was a Algo 382 Paul trade, inside day up, on his radar for a wave 2 pullback, a golden zone pullback, and this thing just launched today. Incredible stuff. Members did fantastic on that one today. Great move right there. Another one to keep an eye on here today too is Roku. I love the breakout candle out of the geometric levels. Nice. It finally finished up there after earnings. So it ended up essentially turning into a gap and go, pushing through those crazy levels overnight. So let's see how that does. Gives a pause day next week. And last but not least, just keep an eye here on Oxy, right? So still below the 50-day moving average, sandwich there between the 50 and the 8-day. It's got earnings coming up, but oil just kind of took a little breather today. So let's see if that breather turns into some exhaustion. But we'll see where that goes. Anyway, guys, I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And again, be sure to check out the newsletter. Links are in the description. We'll be putting that out Sunday morning to all members, and of course, with the newsletter alerts group that comes with the Discord and the private Twitter too, where we go live at the open and close, and also post ideas and answer questions throughout the day in the chat room. So good stuff, guys. I hope you guys can make it. Either way, we'll see you guys on the Sunday night on the Elliott Wave Show, Riding the Wave with John and Paul, 7:30 Eastern Time. So see you guys then. Until then, stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first and stay safe so you can stay in the game.